Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from April 14th to the 20th, and I'm using this Apple Blossom Prince Co kit called Hello Gorgeous. And I kind of think it's funny that I'm using this for the week of Easter because it does have an Easter full box add-on, but I don't celebrate Easter, so I didn't use any of those boxes. And I think I have used an Easter kit in the past because it was really pretty, but to be honest, Easter is like my least favorite holiday on earth. I don't celebrate it anyway, but I just selfishly now. When I was in retail, it didn't really make a difference because, yeah, I got off on Sunday, but it didn't count as a paid holiday. It just counted as one of my 2 days off that week. So, yeah, no, Easter blows, but I can't stand when things are closed on Sunday. I want to get my errands done. I did get some of my errands done because Walmart was open. But anyway, I digress. Point is, this is a beautiful kit for spring and Easter if you celebrate. But things that happened this week, I guess I was a little bit busy. I don't know. I've been feeling out of sorts lately. But on Monday, I did end up going to my boyfriend's soccer game on a whim. I really thought about not going. Like, I really didn't want to go, but I thought I would make him happy, so I went. And I think that's really all I did during the week. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that happened during the week. And then over the weekend, I ended up spending basically all of Saturday with my grandmother and had a really bad headache. Friday, okay, something happened Friday. It's stupid. It's little. It's not even really worth mentioning, but I will because nothing else happened this week. I don't know if you have And Pizza near you, but they were having a deal where you could get like a plain cheese pizza or something like that for $5, or I don't know. It was something like that. You could add things to it. So I ordered a pizza for pickup, and it was scheduled for, I don't remember what time. Let's just say 5 p.m. on Friday. So Joe and I drive to And Pizza, park the car. It's 5. I haven't gotten any alerts that it's done, and I did double check my order before we even left, and it's only like a 5-minute drive. So within that 5-minute drive, like, I'm pretty sure they canceled my order right at 5 because I checked again when we parked and I didn't see anything, and then after it was like, I felt like it was taking a while, I checked a third time and it said your order's been canceled, and I was just so upset because if you are going to cancel my order, don't do it when I'm scheduled to pick it up. I was just so pissed off. He had driven me there. It was a waste of fucking time. It was rush hour. It was busy. Anyway, so I was really upset. I was ready to just leave because I don't complain. My anxiety is too bad. I very rarely complain, but Joe was like, I'm just going inside. So he went inside and he ended up getting me a free pizza. So that ended up working out, actually. And then, yeah, Saturday, like I said, I think the reason I had it was a really bad headache. It's been a while since I've had a headache this bad, but I think it's because I only got 4 hours of sleep. I had to be up really early, so I think I went to bed at like 4:35 a.m. Don't ask why. Just don't. And I had to wake up at 8:30 or 9, or I don't remember. It was 4 hours of sleep though, so I was not feeling great, but powered through. Had to see my grandmother, so I drove to her and I just felt like shit. And eventually we went to Target and I just made a beeline. Well, no, first I went to Starbucks and got a free cup of water, and then I went to the medication area and just opened up a thing of Tylenol. I bought it, don't worry. I didn't steal Tylenol, but I opened it immediately because I wasn't even able to listen to her talk. All I could focus on was my head exploding. So, yeah. But it made her happy, so whatever, it's fine. And then we did end up watching The Monkey, and I had recently read the short story because I read The Skeleton Crew, and it's in The Skeleton Crew. The movie sucked. I really didn't like it. It's a dark comedy, but I didn't think it was funny enough, and it wasn't dark enough. It was neither for me. I didn't really love the family that it focused on. I didn't like the ending. I wish they had just stuck to the book, but like everybody says that, you know? So I would just skip it. I really didn't enjoy it. Like, it kind of felt like a waste of an evening, but, you know, oh well. And then on Sunday, it was because it was Easter and everything was closed, we really didn't have anything to do, and it was nice out, so we vacuumed both of our cars, and then I think went to Ruby Tuesday because we had a buy one, get one free, and they were open. Oh, one more thing. I watched the movie Companion on Sunday, or I should say we watched it. I loved it. I would definitely recommend watching that. That movie was really good. It was sort of like a way better version of whatever that Megan Fox robot movie was. Companion was amazing. But anyway, that's really it. I don't have anything else to say about this week, so let's just get into the day by day, starting with Monday. The first thing I marked with this, I think, Apple Blossom prints, or maybe this came from the kit. Well, it's an Apple Blossom Prints kit, so who's to say? Anyway, I worked remote. Then with this Munchkin reading from Once More with Love, I marked that I finished Losing Hope. Terrible. One of the worst books on earth. Then with this Fox and Cactus workout sticker, I marked that I did a chest workout. With this Sticky Perks library book sticker, I marked that I walked to the library with my roommate, which was actually why I decided to go to the soccer game. I was like, you know what? I'm like 2 blocks away from the soccer game. I should just go. And so after that, I marked going to the game, and I surprised him. I didn't tell him that I was coming. But I used a Coffee Monsters Co. soccer sticker for that, and I did pick a good day to go because one of his teammates, we went to his wedding, we went to his baby shower. He's a really nice guy. He's come to a couple of like Joe's birthday celebrations or whatever, but he and his wife had a baby, and this was the first day they brought the baby to a soccer game, and he is really cute, like really cute. And I am not one of those people who thinks every baby's cute. Yeah, he is one of the cutest kids I've ever seen, and he was just so smiley and so happy, so I'm glad I decided to go to that game. Then after that, with this scribbler from Scribble Prints Co., I marked that I pulled stickers. And while I pulled stickers, I watched Twin Peaks, and this little TV is from the Prairie Planner, as well as this book. This book is from the Prairie Planner, and I used it to, what the hell does that stand for? What the hell did I read? Oh, I'm reading it right now, fucking idiot. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I'm reading The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and I started it this night. I only read the prologue and, what do you call it? That's what it's called. It's called a prologue, right? That's what comes first, right? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Jesus. Anyway, I started it this night, and I unfortunately didn't pick it back up. I had a couple really bad reading weeks, but I am happy to say that we have like 100 pages left. And it's a 600-page book, 590 to be exact. So we're getting there. We're getting back on track, but I did fall off after this day. So moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked was that I was barely functioning. As am I always. I hope to someday have an adult sleep schedule, but that day is not now, so oh well. I used a zombie emoji to mark that. Then with this gassy munchkin, I marked that I was really gassy this day. It was awful. And I was supposed to have an orthodontist appointment this day, so I guess I should mention this. Like, if you see my other videos, you know I did Invisalign specifically to push my teeth in because they're not at a 90-degree angle, and that bothers me. But when I was like finished with my treatment, he said that if we like shaved down a couple of my molars, we could probably push them back a little bit because I saw a huge difference on my bottom teeth, but my top teeth looked like kind of exactly the same. So I was like, yeah, let's do that because it wasn't any extra money. Anyway, that was 8 additional trays. But after those 8 trays, where he had shaved down the molars, those gaps did not close at all, and I have been living in hell. I have to have a flosser and toothpick. Like, well, there's a toothpick on the back of a flosser. I have to have one of those with me at all times because if I just take one bite of an apple, I have apple stuck in 3 of these gaps and I can't get it out without floss. It's been a nightmare. So anyway, long story short, I really need this fixed. It's like, it's not okay. I can't live like this. And so I was supposed to go this day to get those trays. And I was really excited. I can't wait to be done with this. And they had to reschedule because the shipment was late. Because they make these trays elsewhere, ship them to the orthodontist, and then I go pick them up. They weren't there, so they had to cancel. Anyway, I used I don't remember what basically an impatient emoji to mark that because I am very, very impatient. Like I want to say it's really not that big of a deal because it's not, but I'm done. I just really miss like snacking, taking a single bite of something just to taste or having a sample. I miss being able to just take a sip of a beverage and not have to go like rinse my mouth out and take my Invisalign out and like the whole thing. I'm just sick of it. I also am really uncomfortable smiling with it in, even though it's not that noticeable. It's very noticeable to me. And like at concerts, I don't want to sing any lyrics because it feels weird. Like I'm just done with it. I've had it since it was a year this February. So I've had it since February of 2024 and I'm sick of it, but I don't regret doing it because now with these last rounds, like after they shaved the molars, and now I am starting to see the top teeth look a little more vertical. So I don't regret it, but I am like very much over it. Anyway. So then after that, with this Scribble Prints Co. YouTube sticker, I marked that I posted a video. With this sneaker from the Prairie Planner, I marked that I walked 13,400 steps this day. With this emoji on a switch, I marked that I set up my switch this day. Then with this Once More With Love ghost face sticker, I marked that I watched Traders, and if you've ever seen that show, you know that they wear like hoods, like hooded cloaks, so I thought it worked, and they murder somebody in the middle of the night. And then the final thing for Tuesday with this insomnia emoji was that I had really bad insomnia. Then moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked was that I was exhausted because I was already exhausted on Tuesday and then couldn't sleep. So I used a Lottie from Stick With The Plan Co., which, by the way, I'm so sad that they're not going to be available all the time, but they will be available a couple times a year, but I'm sad. I feel like all of my favorite character stickers are just... Anyway, then with this Coffee Monsters Co. sticker, I marked that I started a new audiobook. It's called The One, and I'm not enjoying it as much as I wish I was. I'm going to finish it, but I'm like 50-50 on it. At one point I'll be entertained, and then I'm just bored again. So I don't know. We'll see how it ends. Then with another Coffee Monsters Co. sticker, I marked that I was in office. With another Lottie, I marked that I was way too tired to work out and I skipped my workout. That's also been a running theme lately and I'm not liking it. It's making me not feel great. Then with this flat lay from Papershire, I marked that I filmed and had my tea. And then the final thing on Wednesday with this Scribble Prints Co. television was that I watched YouTube. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked with this Prairie Planner cat was that I changed the litter. With this flat lay from the Prairie Planner as well, I marked that I was in office. Then with this Papershire game sticker, I marked that I started a new phone game on Swagbucks, and I really like it. It's just a lot easier to get through the levels. At first, you kind of struggle, but then you get the hang of it, and I've already made... I think I made like $55 off that game so far in gift cards, but still. So I'm enjoying it. Then with this Lottie lifting weights, I marked that I walked 10,000 steps and did a back workout. With this box and cactus sticker, I marked that I watched Twin Peaks, and that was it for Thursday. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked with this Scribble Prints Co. computer was that I worked remote. Then with this heartbroken rabbit hole handcraft sticker, I marked that I got bad news about Invisalign. I found out that I wasn't going to be able to get my Invisalign for a month. A month, basically. Like, it wasn't really a month, but, well, it was. It's actually been months. I can't remember how long, but I've had a pretty long break in between my previous 8 trays and these final 6 trays. I had a really long break in between. So I was devastated that they weren't going to be able to see me until, what was it, like May something. I could just look at my planner. I'll look at my planner. It's right here. They couldn't see me until May 6th. So yeah, I was not happy. Anyway, then with this F This I'm Out sticker from Fox and Cactus, I marked that they canceled my pizza order and I just wanted to leave because I was so upset. Then with this Fox and Pip sticker, I marked that Joe got me a free pizza. With this Singing Munchkin, I marked that Joe had band practice and it's really, really loud. So I decided to take a walk to CVS and pick up my prescription, and I used a Paper Shire sticker for that. And then the final thing on Friday with this Prairie Planner TV, I marked that we watched the Traders finale and the Challenge finale. Then moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked was that I woke up really early and that I had 4 hours of sleep, and I used an emoji. With this Olive from Olive Studio, I marked that I had to drive to see my grandmother. With this Sticky Perks breakfast sandwich, I marked that we went to Panera, and I just got a plain bagel with cream cheese, which I've had before. Awful. I used to like it. I think they changed their cream cheese, and they also only give you enough for half of the bagel, which was annoying. Then with this is leftover from a kit, or maybe it's from this kit. I'm not sure, but anyway, with this shopping cart, I marked that we did a little shopping. Then with this headache Lottie, I marked that I got that really bad. Well, I already had it, but it was getting like severe, this headache. With a Prairie Planner sleeping mask, I marked that when I got back to Joe's apartment, I napped for hours. I was so tired. Like, I was falling asleep on the drive home, basically. It was not good. So that with my head, and the Tylenol didn't completely get rid of the headache. It just sort of dulled it. So I slept, and I was kind of bummed because I didn't want to waste the day sleeping, but I needed it. So, oh well. Then with this Prairie Planner sneaker, I marked that we went for a walk. With this Lottie sticker, I marked that I had a stomach ache. And then the final thing with this Carly Plan sticker was that we watched The Monkey. Then moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked with a Lottie was that we vacuumed our cars. With this Prairie Planner car sticker, I marked that we ordered car parts. I need to replace the rear brake stuff. So ordered that finally. With this Sticky Perks sticker, I marked that we went to Ruby Tuesday. And actually, this was weird. I will tell you about this because this has never happened before. I am not a big meat person, but I am by no means a vegetarian. The ribs with classic barbecue sauce. If you have a Ruby Tuesday near you, get the ribs with classic barbecue sauce. It is the best barbecue sauce on earth. The best ribs. They fall off the bone tender. They're so good. Well, so we both order ribs. And they come. Mine are so tough, I can't get it off the bone with my fingers. With a fork and a knife, I can't rip the meat off, and it's weird. It's like a weird color. And when we first got there, we had overheard a guy at another table saying, like, this is way too tough, I can't eat this. And he like showed the waitress his food and he got a replacement. Well, then Joe tries to get his meat off the bone and he is struggling. He finally rips some off, but he's like, we can't eat this. And I hate complaining, but it was not edible. So she got us new ribs and they were fall off the bone. I have no idea what was up with that batch, but they were concerning, let me tell you. I've never seen anything like that, but the new batch was really good. I didn't have to pull. I basically picked up a bone and all the meat fell off. It was great. Then with this, I think Scribble Prints Co. Walmart bag, I marked that we went to Walmart because I think I had to get cat litter. Yeah, I had to get cat litter or food, one of those. Then with this Coffee Monsters Co. sticker, this is one of my favorite stickers of all time, I marked that we watched Companion. And then the final thing on Sunday was that we had to check flights because we are going away this summer, and I used this Once More with Love Munchkin for that. So yeah, that's everything for this week. It wasn't really a very exciting week, but honestly, I haven't really been having a lot of exciting weeks, as I said. So hopefully you're okay with this with this. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one.